Hi, sorry about that. I got tied up. So, okay. What
Oh,
is...
that's okay.
Oh, sorry, no, that was the wrong number, sorry. Oh, crap.
Hello.
Hi, sorry about that. I was tied up. Now, what is the problem with the money again?
I have no idea. We've got no rent for you for June or for July or August.
Okay, my rent has been sent to you automatically for 8.5
You know
years.
what? You have to go and talk to them. We can't. And all I can tell you, we've had no check for you for 2 months.
Okay, well, we gave you a replacement check sheet that gives you
what?
the ability.
You did not replace it.
Yes, I did. I did everything that was asked of me and was witnessed by Michelle and the other
Okay.
girls working there.
And we delivered it. It's your job to see where the money is.
No, it's not. It's supposed to go directly to you. We already gave you the instructions.
Derek, stop. It is not my job. I cannot phone and talk to them. You signed the papers. We took it over. They're still not paying your.
Why are you yelling?
You have to deal with them.
No, they told me, they gave me specific instructions that you could take it there once signed. You can take it and get it from them.
We took it over there and they did not give us a check. They said thank you.
They said thank you. Well, why didn't you phone them back?
Paper.
Did you phone them back and ask where the check was?
They can't tell me because I can't talk to them about your account.
All right. Well, why don't you?
You don't seem to understand.
No, I don't. That's why I'm calling you. That's why I'm calling, because this has never happened in 8.5 years. That's what You're right. I don't understand.
I'm giving you a 10-day eviction now.
You can't give me a 10-day eviction. There's already another eviction in place still, isn't there?
Well, we want you to move out.
I know, but I want to not move out, and that's why I'm appealing the eviction.
Well, you can appeal anything you want.
Can I ask you a question? If you were evicting me a while ago for smoking, right? Why were you telling me about this missing rent, but the upstairs people who didn't get the money, that's their money. Why did they never mention the money?
We've been calling and talking to you and you're not listening.
They've never called me and talked to me about anything. I'm listening to everything you're saying.
They don't want you living there anymore. They're going to use that property for themselves.
Yeah, well, they have to actually go through an eviction process, through arbitration.
We have given you an eviction.
That's right, and I've taken it to RTB to appeal it. And then
we've never heard from RTB, so come August 31st, you need to be out of there.
If they're not, if they don't do that and we get a package sent, we have the right to stay here, and they can't do anything about it.
You don't have the right to stay there at all because of your behavior, saying nasty things to Jesse, all kinds of things.
I'm saying, what nasty things am I saying to Jesse? He says nasty things to us all the time.
Jesse, or Derek, get the rent paid. Thank you.
Get the rent paid. I'm an old friend of Pat Robinson's, from the rough streets of Courtbridge, Scotland. Ah, them were the days. She used to be an enforcer with the St. Paddy Pattersons. I tell you this, many of us realtors, we'd be fair plucked, but Paddy, her energy and hatred for rent payment dodgers only gathered momentum. We had this fella, called him Skinny Malinky Longlegs. His skin was black as the Earl of Hell's waistcoat. So you know he'd try to run. Fortunately, we surrounded the bloody bampot. It was in these moments where Pat would shine. She'd take her fat bahookie and circulate it on the poor Jake's face. Hoo-wee! She'd say mean words such as, "Skinny Malinky, mate, your breath is pure mingeon. Next time scran some toothpaste, you Jake." Then we'd make with the blokes potatoes and call her a day.
But it was sent by mail to the exact same address where we've been sending it in the past as well. I can give that address to you. Maybe you can just double check with them. They're saying that the check isn't there. I have double checked. Last month we got a paper from the office where I could sign it, bring it to that office, the Homelife Realty office. They sign it, then they bring it to your office and get a replacement check. This was all done apparently, but the lady from there says when she did that, they just told her thanks and goodbye and didn't give her a check. Check here for lost and stolen, which was started on July 30th, but it says pending something. Let's see here.
What does it say pending?
Here, you had called us on July 14th and had reported that the landlord had not received their July rent check.
That's correct.
The worker advised you that there's a form that
that has to be provided to the landlord and needs to be signed and dated by them and returned to our office. And once she received that signed form to the office, she was going to reissue the check. She prepared the form for it to be taken to the landlord.
No, it's not the landlord. It's a property manager who handles the money for the landlord. So it's basically the same thing. So I brought it to her. Then she was supposed to sign it and take it back to you. She said she took it to you.
Hasn't.
What?
She hasn't. I don't have it here.
So she hasn't actually even brought it there. There would be a record if she brought it back and tried to get the money. There would be a record, right?
Yeah, we would have that form. But yes, I can tell you that much. She hasn't.
Okay, well, okay. Here's what's happening. If you can follow me on this, I'm almost 100% sure the reason she didn't bring it back is because she wants an excuse to evict me. She came here, Pat Robinson, the Homelife Realty property manager, with the excuse that I haven't paid rent. But the landlords upstairs never told us that we hadn't paid the rent. It was very fishy. Long story short, we get to you guys and the replacement check. Those forms were signed, and I said Pat had the form. She told me as recently as today on a phone call that she hasn't got it yet. So she's lying.
Comments, your comments are so good. I like to read them, especially when you look like a moron. Comments.
Would you like to smoke some crack?
Pat Robinson took me to court saying I owed her for 1 month and was trying to evict me. But that month in question I had gave that to the secretary at Homelife and she gave me a receipt. I tried to explain to her but the twitch didn't care. She didn't think I had a receipt, so she was going to try shyest me in the court of law. Anyhow, I submitted my evidence, my receipts, and the day of the hearing came and she lost and she cried, literally she cried.
Hey, what do you know about Homelife Realty? And specifically, if there's a way I can talk to someone who works there other than Pat.
They are terrible property management.
So would you know any way to contact someone there specifically, or find out another worker's name at least?
No, I have no idea. Just call, see if you can speak to someone else. She's a nightmare.
They have told me Pat is the only person there, which is obviously a lie.
Okay, because the checks were made out to them, the only thing you can do at this point is you can go there in person and ask her to give that form to you, the signed form, right? And then, so that way, at least for these months, the check can be reissued. Because unfortunately, because the check was not made out to you, it was made out to them, that form has to be signed by them. It won't work if you sign the form or if you do anything. And unfortunately, because there's already a check out there made out and which hasn't been cashed, we have to have that signed form in order for us to cancel that check and reissue it.
Okay, how about this? I will go back to the Homelife Realty when I get time today or tomorrow. I'll try to do that. I'll get the secretary to give me back a copy of that form.
I'm not sure. I know you're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff with your landlord, but on our end, I just want to be clear. We need, just as you were advised that day, we need that signed and dated form given back to us in order for us to reissue the check. Now, you can get that back to us. They can drop it off. However it's done, we just can't reissue the check until we get that.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I don't know why she told you that she did, but on our end...
Because she's lying. She's lying is why. And I've already pretty much known that, but by you telling me officially that she hasn't been in there, that just confirms her lie.
All I want to say from my end, it is very strange that we've been issuing them rent for this long and there never has been an issue.
That's right.
And now all of a sudden there are issues. That is strange because, I mean, there has been no concern in the past.
All right.
The check has been going to the same address. There were no issues. But now,
That's right.
Let's say, hey, like another easier way is if you guys are not like lately having issues, why don't you guys give me a direct deposit information?
Am I able to speak to someone from management? Earlier, I've talked to you guys a number of times about this Pat Robinson deal you're probably familiar with, about the missing rent money. Are you... Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, you're familiar with this?
Yeah.
The form that I brought back, you witnessed this, right?
I'm not sure if I was sure.
It's been a while since I brought that paper there. Pat says that she hasn't got the money still, or this month's money. So this is getting pretty strange and kind of serious. She said she brought the paper back to the office and was told thank you, and there was nothing else they could do, which doesn't make very much sense and doesn't sound like a believable story. I called to confirm that. They ran through an entire history of the events which took place involving this phantom rent check. Pat Robinson did in fact not return to the office with this form. In other words, she lied to me about doing this. The landlords themselves, who have complained about several things which is on the eviction notice, have never once said anything about any missing money. Only Pat has said that. Does that make sense to you?
I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I.
Hi, I'd like to welcome Bobby Ray, who is a real estate agent from Texas. How you doing, Bobby?
Well, I just want to say thanks for having me here, Derek. I'm very pleased to be here to talk about evictions and rental misunderstandings. Down in Texas, we got a lot of them.
Well, I bet you do. And maybe you can understand what's going on with me.
Well, actually, I can't. Come hell or high water, when I saw those first couple eviction videos in the series, I was heartbroken. I seen that you were facing the fire and brimstone of hell itself. Those landlords of yours, Jesse and Dookie, and that Pat Robinson, you know, when I look at her, I see some overage, underqualified, scammer, semi-female, 243-year-old bridge troll that has anger issues, and I'm not very happy about that. She's underqualified to do the job, and she shouldn't be working there. She might fit in on some episode of Trailer Park Boys, and that's not what you are. No, Bobby Ray, I'm not. Thank you for saying. That's right, Two Shot. You know, I watch your channel every day, and I always remember to share with friends and family. And I see that you struggle to get views. You struggle and always believe in the grace of God.
Amen, Bobby Ray. Thank you.
But you know, if they evict you, and you're out on the streets, I know the prices these days of residential, basement suites, homes, you name it, are all rising. And I know even if they weren't, no one's looking forward to moving.
I fucking hate moving, Bobby Ray. I bet you do, Derek Two Shot. I bet you do.
There's no way that she's not making this up, unless she's gone completely crazy and is living into some fantasy alternate universe. Talking to people, trying to figure out stuff over something that should be so simple. I've done nothing different here this month other than have to deal with a bunch of crap. And it's wasting my time and it's wasting hers too. It's so stupid and childish as far as I'm concerned. And it's all because of these landlords and the fact that she won't, you know, take our side and will absolutely fight to the death for them no matter how idiotic it is. We're going to need you guys to help me set up that direct deposit so we can deal with that hopefully in the next day or two. Now, how do we do that?
I have no idea how that's done. Pat does all that. We just take, you know.
Okay, now here's the thing. Pat was supposedly retiring, and there was a lady named Victoria from the Chilliwack office which was taking over this. I've called her several times and even left a message, but have been unable to get to her. I didn't even think Pat was on this anymore because Mike, the co-owner, Mike Brown, told me that Victoria was going to be handling this now. I haven't been able to get a hold of Mike Brown either, or Victoria.
Have you phoned the Chilliwack office?
I phoned the Chilliwack office. They said this whole deal hasn't even been turned over to them officially yet until next month. How convenient. So they had to send me back to Pat. I said I thought she's retired, and they said, well, not quite.
I will not retire!
So I talked to Pat, and that's where I got this new information about her not receiving this money and supposedly going to the office to get it, when in fact she did not go to any office with any paper. Like, how does this person have a job like this who does these things? Like, I would find her story believable only if she was a character in The Simpsons. You know, working with Lionel Hutz at Red Blazer Realty. That's about as respectable as she's getting here with her attitude and her dumb behavior. You know, it's just pissing me off. I'm doing everything by the books here.
I understand you're frustrated, but we're really not part of the property management division.
Yeah. Yeah, you did say that before, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm at work and I have to answer the call, so no idea. Yeah, I have no idea.
I need a little help here. I called earlier. I'm not sure if you're the person I talked to. I was transferred to talk to Pat Robinson. Now, I've been having a lot of problems with her. She has been being impossible to deal with. There was a lady named Victoria that was taking over this case. However, she hasn't yet, apparently, because I'm still talking to Pat.
I don't have anybody by the name of Pat here, so...
Pat Robinson? Property manager?
Yeah, we don't have a Pat here.
Aren't you Chilliwack Homelife Glen Realty?
The Homelife message, yeah?
You don't even know who Pat Robinson is?
I don't have her on my list.
Okay, well...
Can I put you on hold for a second?
No, well, hold on a sec. Why are you putting me on hold?
Well, I'm going to grab my list.
Okay. They ran through an entire history of the events that transpired over the last month between me and them, and that very form that was issued for Homelife Realty, signed and then brought back. Except the thing is, Pat never brought it back. I can't work with someone who is doing so much, even lying, to try to have me evicted. The landlords themselves, who have her handling their financial end of things, haven't even complained about any missing money. Yet they complain about other frivolous matters, which don't even constitute an eviction, really. And I have to waste $100 and a bunch of time going to the RTB direct deposit, or a direct deposit. So it comes to you, and there's no fishy business where they can lie about the mail not getting sent. So it becomes official, and we have records of the transaction, and they can't make these stories up anymore. So I need to do that and figure out how to do that right here and right now, so I can stop having my ass jerked around by some amateur con artist.
Okay, I understand the perception, so I'm going to have to direct your call to somebody who will be able to help you.
Probably an answering machine, but I'll try. What do I do if I get a machine and no one calls me back? Because that's what's probably going to happen.
Well, do you want to talk to our manager?
If I can talk to someone, that would be great. I absolutely need to, because if I can't get on the phone, I'm going to eventually have to come there in person. And, I'm on the verge of calling the news and telling them this story, because I've been working on this. Everyone's time is getting wasted because of the stupid behavior of Pat Robinson. All she had to do is take the paper back, that form, and get the money and then walk away. But she's trying to use that as an excuse to evict me. It's just, I just want to punch that fucking bitch in the head.
You were talking to Mike Brown as well?
Yeah, I was talking to Mike Brown, that's right. Just for a while. Like, he said he was going to help, apparently, and then I'm not sure what happened. Let's just say Pat is telling the truth about everything, and it's a nice, happy world, and Pat's a nice person, and I'm just making a presumptuous error. You know what I mean? Why, in that case, did she not come to me with a different alternate idea, like how we could get the money, to help her out? Why did she not call in between? Why did she not suggest a direct deposit? She never made no attempt to help herself get this money that she supposedly isn't getting. I don't know what's going on. It's driving me crazy. Like, I need someone to help me get direct deposit so we can put an end to these shenanigans.
Okay, I've got your name and phone number.
Okay.
I'm gonna get either Mike Brown or somebody else to call
Okay.
you back. I can transfer you right now to see if Victoria will answer if she's in her office.
Sure, why not? May as well give it a try. If not, then I'm gonna go make lunch.
And and then I will also get this off to Mike so you see
Alright.
regardless of if you talk to
I'm sorry to sound mad and stuff. It's just this has been going on way too long, and it's wasting a lot of my time. Like, I play chess. You know what I mean? I'm very OCD. I can be annoying when I talk to, but I follow all the rules. I don't do anything wrong. I don't even use drugs. And I probably should. I'd probably be more normal.
Right. I understand your frustration.
Where's the transfer? Did she literally forget to transfer me like she just said she was gonna? What the fuck is that?
So are you?
Okay, not really. I'm still a little new to this. I mean, I've done it before, but it's been a few years. I've done an application for appeal to an eviction notice. Like, I went into a Service BC place in Maple Ridge, and we had filled out the papers, and I brought them over. We paid the $100 fee, and now it's being assessed by you guys, and I'm waiting for an email. That was on, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't gotten one back yet, so I'm not sure if it's, I guess, going to be a couple more days or a few more days. The 3rd of August, it says application received.
So I can see we've received your application. It's being screened. Submitted date is marked as August 3rd. So it's pending processing. Right now we're working on applications received July 22nd. So we have a few days of applications to go through before we'll get to your application yet still. So I don't see any glaring mistakes.
Okay.